What's up, YouTube? I'm back with yet another live stream. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again. but yeah, this stuff gotta be important. This stuff important. So, um, I don't want people running around with mental illnesses. That's what it's about. I don't make my channel about anything else. And once again, I don't know any targets. I'm not on here paid to um, go at y'all or send those subliminal messages or anything like that. I'm not on here to do that. Um, I could take a lie test. Lie tests are $400 plus. I like to say that before every live stream. I could take a lie test of my involvements in any organizations. I don't know any of y'all. I'm just on here helping and I've been targeting myself since 2018. Lie test of $400 plus. So let's get to the live stream. Okay, so why relocation is important. Relocation for a target is important because you have to, if you're in your hometown, you have to get out of the the created environment that they have there in order for you to see that it's really an environment that they're creating around you. Because you're not known out of your state, right? Of course. I mean, you're not even really known in your city. But at the same time, you're seeing the same places. Sometimes you might see the same people because it's your hometown. So relocation is extremely important. I'm not telling y'all to do that. Um, I'm not telling y'all to do that. Like, if you can't do it right now, just make that your focus. That should be a focus. But relocation is very important. It's very important. That's extremely important. I'm gonna keep going. Hold on. But yeah, reload. Why relocation is important? Relocation is very important. Is because you're going to see that it travels with you. That is going to allow you to see the organization that's doing it. You're going to be out of that mindset to where it's a cult, it's the Freemasons, it's this and that. You're going to be out of that mindset. That mindset's going to be gone. Oh, it's the Freemasons, it's a cult. No, that stuff going to travel with you. It's going to go with you. Now, people say it might take a week. I've been targeted as soon as I go places, but it does seem like it just eases in over the time span of a week. It does just ease in. But relocation is important because you're seeing the same people in your hometown. Relocation is very important because you're seeing the same people in your hometown. You're seeing the same people. You're seeing the same places. It's gonna create that Truman Show effect for you. That's what it's going to create. So it's very important, and I have multiple questions on um, this same topic of relocation. I have it posted in my comment in my post section. Um, yeah, just relocation is very important because you're going to see that it's going to make you see that hey, these are three-letter agencies doing this stuff to you. This is three-letter agencies doing that. That's what's going to make you see that. It's a program you're on. I got to go through programs too. I'm taking a break for tomorrow only. But I'm gonna visit channels that I started to look at when I first started targeting. I'm gonna go into the different programs that it is, but it's all three little organizations. So relocation is very important to remove the created environment that they have around you. To know it's important for you to know that they're controlling the environment around you. So when you move, my first move, I was just like, I wasn't really thinking of it much. But you have to move. I don't even say move out of your city. You have to leave that whole state. And I would say not the next state over. Just for the improvement of your mental health. like not even the next state over. Like I'm talking about like not 1,000 miles away, but like 300 miles away, like 2 states over at the least. And there's a time period to do that. It's a time period to do that. I'm not saying do that broke. Some of y'all probably still live with y'all like parents and stuff. Y'all probably not paying that much rent. Y'all need to like get out of that place. I need to get out of that place. Get out of the place that you got targeted in. Get out of the place that you grew up in school. You have to get out of that place because it's going to play a major role in how your mental health is. You might not want to go outside just because you live in your city. When you move out of your city, it's a difference. It's a complete difference. Like it's a complete difference, but it's the same thing. It's gonna go on. But you know, there's stuff not to do. It's multiple topics of this stuff. Like what to do when you get there. I'm gonna get into all of that. I have questions posted in my post. I'm gonna get into all of that. And when I say my channel is the channel to come to because I don't know y'all, and I when I'm saying the truth, I'm saying the truth. I don't know any of y'all. I'm not. You know how you think certain people be doxing you or whatever they people call it, perping you, that make the targets that make YouTube videos and stuff like that. I really don't care about this stuff. I don't think about it. But people think that. A lot of targets think that. So you know, I want you to have a channel to come to because nobody says what I say. Okay, I take a lie test. I'm not involved with any organizations. I don't know any of y'all. I'm not on here. I'm not reading from anything but what I post. You know, my tests are $400 and up. So that's why I stress to come to my channel, be on my channel. I don't know you. I don't know you. So, and I'm not getting told to say anything. But relocation is extremely important. It's extremely important and not immediate relocation. If you can't do it at the moment, don't do it. And it's a bunch of stuff to talk about to what not to do when you get in your new state because you can create the environment of your old state, and it's very important. You can create the mindset of the environment that you were in your old state if you do certain things. And that's a question that I get into in this post. But yeah, what the next question is: what's not to do when you relocate? Okay, so when you relocate, you don't want to create that same environment around you. So what you want to not do is get to know people. You want to be nice, but you don't want to be friendly with people. You know how to move. You know you're not going to get into any type of danger. You don't need to be friends with anyone. You don't want to befriend people. Don't befriend people. Don't do that. Um, because it's going to create that same environment around you that was in your home city. If you get what I'm saying, you have to get what I'm saying. It's going to create that same environment if you get to know people. And plus, they're all trying to, set you up. That's what they're trying to do. They're all trying to set you up. That's what they're trying to do. So you just have to understand this stuff. Don't get into any relationships when you move. Well, you can get into relationships, but make sure that you're not financially, depriving yourself through that because they definitely send honeypots, honey traps, whatever you want to call it, to deprive your finances. You want to make sure that you have your finances completely in order, like completely. You want to make sure you have your finances together before you get into any type of relationship because they'll send them on purpose. Like they'll send them on purpose. They're trying to financially deprive you. So you move to your next city when you can. Um, don't make friends. Don't try to get into relationships. Don't do that. Of course, y'all don't go to parties or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that'll be very dumb for a target, right? Like that'll be very dumb. You know, I mean, I guess people find fun in that type of stuff, but I don't. I don't find fun in partying, doing any of that stuff. I like to get what I'm gonna get, what I want to get. You know, I want to get some. You know, I want to get some play. I'm just gonna go get the play. I'm not gonna go to a party to try to get the play, even though it might be a little bit more simple. But yeah, I'm not. You know, that's not what's gonna go on. But yeah, it's very important that when you relocate, to not make friends. Do not make friends. This is what I've been doing in every city that I've been to. Uh, you know, every city that I've been to, I just don't talk to people. I stay to myself. It goes correct. It goes correct. It goes the right way. You know, it goes correct. When to relocate. Now, you want to make sure that you have your finances together before you relocate. You want to make sure that you have a place to go to when you relocate. Me, I suggest, you know, with the financial deprivation that's going on, if you can, I guess you want to, if you can and you want to get a spot, get a spot. If you got a car, that's a spot too. If you have you know, you can always get into a shelter, especially if you have a vehicle. I mean, well, not especially if you have a vehicle, but it's better to have a vehicle if you're in an open dorm shelter, like one of those open dorm shelters. Those are bad. Those are real bad. Yeah, those are real bad. But I'm about to read that comment in a second. But yeah, those are real bad. Like those are real bad. Like those open dorm shelters. You want to make sure you have a car. But what you want to do is be focused on your finances before anything. That's before anything. Only focus on your finances. Only that. Only that. He says, been a real targeted individual since my 13th birthday. I was told me and my family were being placed on a terrorist watch list as targeted individuals after I refused to become a gang stalker. Yep, yep, that's about right. But did they say that exactly? Like, did they say, "Oh, you on a terrorist watch list as a targeted individual"? Did they say that exactly? And who said that? That's crazy. That's some wild stuff to even. That's wild stuff. That's wild stuff. Prayer and positive energy definitely works. I notice they are fearful. Yes, they are very fearful. They're very fearful. Extremely fearful. Who said that to you though? Lloyd Hamilton. Who said that to you? That's some insane stuff. That's actually insane. But what you want to do when you relocate is you want to and I gotta stop calling out y'all names on here because like it can be used to target somebody else. So I'm just post it up. Like I'll post it up there, but it can be used to target somebody else. They'll, oh, let me turn this off. You know. Oh wow. Yep, that's about right, bro. Like that's about right. That's the truth. You can check out what he said on the screen there, but yeah, that's about the truth. I can see that for sure. Like I can see that for sure. Like that's one of the people that would be involved. Some type of people that the fire chief. Them the type of people that would be involved with that. But yeah, like it's real important that y'all relocate out of y'all home city. It's really important. You're gonna see us follow you, and you're gonna see that it's like you're gonna see who it is when that happens. Like you'll see who it is. Like when I was in my hood, like I was in my like when I was in my hometown, like all I seen was like I thought it was like a criminal court, like not a criminal court, but like just regular people court, like but it was criminals too. They couldn't do nothing to me because I'm not a criminal and I don't hang around them. So, but it was criminals too. I ain't really see the police involved. That was my target. That was my targeting was like 2019. It was like 2019. I didn't really see the police involved then, but when I moved out of the state, they had to show themselves. And they showed themselves bad. I actually had a weed dealer call the police on me over $5. If God is my witness, mine is a mental illness, and I'll take a lot of tests. He called the police over. He called the police on me over not giving him his $5, and I had to. He didn't call the police for that, but you know, I pulled out my gun on him the next time he came around because he had slung me around. Like he didn't fight me, but he like tried to like sling me around like before that. And like the next few days, like I had to pull my gun out. I had to pull my gun out, and then he called the police for that. They set that up. They dismissed it. They set it up to make me look like a gangster. They dismissed it though. It's still on my record, but they set it up to make me look like a gangster. I swear to God, God is my witness. Mine is a mental illness. They set that up to make me look like a gangster. I guess they were gonna try to make me be used to make music or something like that. But they set that up to make me look like a gangster. They mad I called that out. I actually called that out like immediately. I should have I should have tried to make it look like something else. Well, I could have but he said, "Do I get DEWs or V2K?" I was shown to medical looking devices on July 5th, 1990. I was told they were DEWs. Nah, I don't get DEWs or V2K, but I think like that it those they're real things. Like those weapons are real things, but it's things that can mimic them. Like surveillance, the thought of surveillance can mimic certain weapons. Like, but I know they're real. I know they're real things, but I don't get V2K or DEW weapons. But they are documented as being real. But it's certain things that can mimic that. The thought of surveillance can mimic a weapon. You can feel like somebody always looking at you, you sweating and doing all of that. Like it can mimic that. Say, nah, they have no power. Really, they only try to make you fearful. That's it. Protect your mind and energy. Try not to get caught up in mainstream music and drama. Yeah, I don't get into none of that. I don't be watching none of that stuff. Like I only watch what I do watch when it comes to that stuff. I be watching like the beefs and what they do and stuff like that. Like when they get caught up in a situation, it be so funny. Like it be so funny. Like it's so funny. It's so funny. It is so funny. But but yeah, I don't be watching none of that stuff. But that is true. I wouldn't say listen to music at all. It's demonic. It's very demonic. It's extremely demonic. Like that stuff is extremely demonic. I wouldn't listen to none of that stuff. Like I stopped listening to that stuff. It controls you. It puts you in a mindset. Even if you just listening to it, it puts you in a mindset of you needing to have an ego. It puts you in a mindset of you gotta have an ego. You gotta have an ego. Like you have to respond. You gotta respond. Like you have to you gotta have an ego. Like it puts you in the mindset of having an ego. It puts you in the mindset of having to be a gangster. It puts you in that type of mindset. That's the setup. That's the setup. It puts you in that type of mindset. So I stopped listening to that stuff. It's like you can walk outside, listen to some gangster music. As soon as you hear somebody say you ain't gangster and it's subliminal, you gonna be mad. It's gonna make you feel some type of way. Man, some of these people taking bets we don't make it, and I bet some of them hoping we do. Yeah, but it's just like I don't know, like I don't know. It's just like you gotta really just fall out of everything. Like I'm telling you, like you gotta fall out of everything. That's what I'm saying with relocation. With relocation, like you gotta fall out of everything. You gotta let go of partying, whatever you do. That's materialism. Them Jordans that come out, you gotta let that go. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta let that shit go. Like all that stuff, you gotta let it go. The system is targeting your finances. You can't do nothing. You gotta get in everywhere. If you stay with your parents and they ain't making you pay rent, get a job or something like that. You know, you gotta fall all the way out of that. And when I say relocation, I'm not saying don't don't go have sex with a girl, right? I'm not saying don't go have sex. What I'm saying is like do that and keep it pushing. If she trying to make you do all that financial stuff, leave her alone. Go to the next one. Keep your job going. Don't be worried about all that stuff. Don't don't like for real. Don't like the system is like that's what people don't understand. Like people be trying to be fresh and this and that haircut. That ain't nothing wrong with no haircut. But yeah, you gotta look presentable. But that stuff should even kind of like stop for a little bit. You know, that stuff should even stop for a little bit. Like, 'cause they targeting your finances. You have a good job to where listen. I'm telling you this. You have a good job to where you're making a bunch of money, right? So you got a good job, you making a bunch of money, but you spending it. Then that job get rid of you. But you've been just messing up your finances. You just been doing whatever with your finance. No, you need to save your money. That's what you need to do. Like, 'cause I'm in the same situation. Like I get, you know, disability, and I'm just now starting to save that. Like just now, 'cause I'm noticing, like, yo, they're seriously trying to target my finances. That's exactly what it is. Like they're after the finances. I didn't even know they was like trying to actively do that. Constant setups, staged car accidents. Yep, yep, yep. That's what they do. That is what they do. That's exactly what they do. But I'm telling y'all experiencing the type of targeting, the where you uncomfortable where you are, like as far as the state that you in, you have to move. Like you have to move. You have to move. And I'm not saying do that now, but that's the thing you need to be doing immediately, soon as you can. Move somewhere else, get a job, not in the same state at all, because that you know it still can mess with your mind. Yeah, blacklisted list. Yep, yep. It's a blacklisted list. It's something like that. Yep. Yeah, they'll never admit that. They would never admit that. Never. They would never admit that. Paid police would never admit they in on it, but it's validated and documented. They will never admit that, bro. It'll never be admitted, bro. It'll never be admitted. That's it's crazy too. Insane. Paid informants, paid neighbors. Yeah, that's what they do, bro. You speaking nothing but the truth. Like it's really crazy. It's really crazy. But you have to understand they're being compensated. That's the only thing you have to understand, and that helps you just get through it. Understanding the informants. I ain't trying to be too repetitive on each video, but just understanding the informants just get you through it. Understand who doing it just get you through it. You go from looking at them like the cool people to, yo, these people getting paid by the fucking through the agency. They informants, bro. You know. So that's just what that is. He said, yeah, they'll copy your speech or gestures when you question them. Like that gives it away. They start tactics off the jump. Yeah, yeah, they do that. They definitely do that. They definitely do that. Anything they feel like mess with you, that's what they gonna do. You know, anything they feel like mess with you, that's what they gonna do. So I just be like, it's nothing to mental agreeing. Nothing like a mental agreement. Just let people think what they want to think, bro. You got it. That's what you got to do. You got to let people think what they want to think. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, relocation, relocation. You gonna notice, like, you gonna peep, like, whoa, hold on, these people really don't know me. Versus you think, oh yeah, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point right here. Somebody, a perp do something in your hometown, like they said, a directed conversation in your hometown versus out of town. When you get a directed conversation in your hometown from a stranger, you gonna think like, oh yeah, somebody told them something about me. They said that somebody told them something about me. Oh my gosh, somebody told them something about me. But you get an indirected conversation 500 miles away in another city, another state, bruh. You gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's the police. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I stopped really caring. They say a man that travels gains much knowledge. That's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. They also say that we will be, stalked, prosecuted, harassed everywhere we go to. The Bible already say that. So they said they got a profile on it. Yep, they do. He say, or they'll copy our fits. Like, damn, these people are dedicated for $20. You don't know what they getting. We don't even know what they getting. But yeah, they dedicated for that. That's more than any DoorDash order or Uber Eats order. You probably get $20 or something like that. You know, once in every blue moon or something like that. You'll get $20 or something like for a DoorDash order, but they getting paid more than the DoorDash order to follow people around and do perp stuff. Probably, probably, you know. But yeah, like, man, if they get more than that, this stolen taxpayer money. Yeah, bro, we don't know where we don't. I don't even like to think about it, bro. The law, they frame of mischief by the law, bro. Like, so you never know. It's probably legal for them to be paying people to go around and do that. It's probably legal, bro. It's probably legal. It's probably legal. He said we got cash on our. Nah, I doubt it. I mean, yeah, we do, but in a way of psychological warfare, well, we might need to watch where we put our drink at. Like, I don't think no criminals gonna do nothing to us. We don't do nothing. That'll be them. Like, that'll be from a three-letter agency. If somebody try to do something violent to her, like, 'cause we don't do nothing. I don't got no beef in my city. I'm in another one right now, and I don't even talk to people. so, they just be trying to lie, bro. Yeah, it's definitely illegal. It's definitely illegal, but like I said, bro, they frame of mischief by the law. They probably got somewhere deep back when you read, like, How much you think they spend on one person a month? Mm, I don't know. I never really got into the spending aspect of it. Like this, but the thing is, bro, what if this? What if it's a job, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's a job? They switch cars and plates. I be thinking them different people. Like I never thought that the same, like how some people are the same people following me around. Like I noticed that I be thinking they're different people. I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't know. You never know. You never know. Like I be, it be different people. Like they use different people. I mean, hey, there we go. But I used to get the same stalkers, but that'll be like plausible deniability. Like, yep, Infraguard, Homeland Security, you know, the other three-letter agencies that threaten civil rights leaders. Yeah, like threatening the civil rights leader. Imagine that shit. That junk is crazy, but yeah, like it's sickening. Smaller town, they switch car plates where I'm at. Yeah, that's a possibility out there in them smaller cities. But one thing I noticed is like in the smaller city, like I get gang stalking going on, but it's really just cars. Like, but I only stayed in one small city. That city probably had less than 7,000 people. I stayed there for like 2 months. I stayed there for like 2 months, but I only noticed like a bunch of cars, like just a bunch of cars where it shouldn't be at. Really, shouldn't be that many people. There shouldn't be that many people like driving past there at the stores that they were going at, like stuff like that. But yeah, like that's what that stuff is. Like you have to understand what this stuff is. But it's really gonna remove that mental. It's gonna remove the mental illness, of the environment that they're creating for us. When you leave your home city, you gotta get out that home city. You gonna be like, oh, they doing it over here too? How? They definitely don't know me. Oh, that's the that's through the agencies. Nah, bro, I don't even think it's that. My targeting be insane every city, bro. Every city. Everywhere I go, everywhere, every city. And they don't know us personally. They get paid. They're getting paid to do that. They don't even know us personally. They don't. Some people say they got a personal problem. It can be in some situations, sometime, but most of the time they don't. They don't even personally know us. So that's another reason I stopped caring about it. But it's rampant. It don't stop. It don't stop. Like it get bad. My targeting is terrible, dude. Like imagine walking the street. Imagine putting your childhood out there, right? You know, like I posted on YouTube. You know, way before anything. But imagine putting your childhood out there. And I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even finna, look at my highlights. Look at my highlights. Bro, children play with, child play is child play. It's child play. It's child. Child play is child play. That's what it is, right? It ain't okay for a man to be playing with them type of people, right? It's not. I don't mean to throw nobody off of here. Y'all ain't doing nothing like that. I haven't. So I don't mean to throw nobody off of here or anything like that. But child's play is child's play. You don't try to play with nobody's childhood and try to make them look a certain way. You don't try to make them think a certain way or look a certain way because they did something in their childhood. Child's play is child's play. But it was two girls with a stroller. And with two strollers with two kids in the stroller. her shirt said "shut up," and I had said they was messing with me by my childhood, so I had said what I had did in my childhood, and they, I had been said it, of course, but coincidentally, I'm walking somewhere in Texas. Someone has a shirt that says "shut up," and they got a stroller. Like, bro, that's crazy, insane work. Go look at my story. I didn't capture the strollers in my video, but just go look at my YouTube shorts. I don't mean to say that on here. Like I said, I don't know none of y'all. I'm not saying this to make y'all think I'm a perp, anything like that. I take a lot of tests, bro. I don't know any of y'all. I'm not getting paid to say anything of the things that I do. I tested $400. God is my witness. Lying is a mental illness. But I've been government gang stalking Hollywood, California, Grand Junction, Montrose, in Colorado. Yeah, yeah. Like, I would say, but Hollywood. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say. States like that, you definitely got to stay out of. Hollywood. I know a couple targets from. I know a couple targets in New York. It's like, are you insane? Like, everybody, like, excuse me. No, 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 not like that. Are you insane? Like, I'm saying, are you insane for staying out there? Because it's like y'all really getting targeted. I know for sure. I know my targets from New York, they really getting targeted. I know that for sure. I'm not saying nobody is getting targeted. It's not getting targeted. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if you walk uh, what is it? What's the is it Town Square or something like that? Is that what it called? Town Square? Yeah, if you walk Town Square and you just think about Town Square, well, it's just a bunch of people. It's like so many conversations that you hear. You're gonna hear indirect conversation. You're gonna see so many people doing so many different things. So it's just like New York targeting is on a whole nother level. Targets in New York on a whole nother level. If you're in Hollywood, I would think it's around the same thing. I definitely wouldn't want to go to Hollywood. Like, no, like, no, 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 no. I would not want to go to Hollywood at all. Uh-uh. Like that's yeah, I definitely want to go to Hollywood. He said, yeah, so that's a federal crime, crossing state lines, stalking, etc. Yeah, but you gotta understand that's them doing that. That's why it's not a crime. Like, they ain't gonna call it stalking. They ain't gonna call it stalking. They ain't gonna call it stalking. Like, they gonna have their own thing for it. It's like they ain't gonna call it stalking. That's the sad part. Yeah, Hollywood gang stalking is a crash course. Yes, Hollywood gang stalking is a crash course. I would say anybody that's in any uh, Hollywood or anywhere in New York, like like you got to get up out of there. And it's easy to get up out of both of them places. It's easy to get out of Hollywood. It's easy, it's easy to get out of California. It's easy to get out of New York. Any type of place like that. No, that's too easy. It's too much money made there. It's way too much money made in New York. It's too much money made in New York. I would say if you in New York, get into a spot where you're not paying rent. If you don't have children, get into a spot. Well, even if you do have children and they're not, they don't stay with you. I would say get into a spot where you're not paying rent. And I'm pretty sure every job out there, $20 and up, $20 an hour and up, and move somewhere. Move to Alabama. Move to Alabama. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say forget that. Like, even if you got kids, like, you have to say forget it. Like, you gotta say forget it. Like, hey, they probably with the mom or whatever the case may be. Like, you just gotta say forget it. Like, and just get your money up and get to a place. If you go from New York to Alabama, you're gonna live like a king. You're gonna live like a king if you go to New York. If you go from New York to Alabama, you're gonna live like a king. If you working, not paying rent, like, you get in the shelter out there and go to work, not pay rent or something like that, you're gonna live like a king. Yep, lots of honeypots in the city. Lots of that. It's lots of that. But we need that though. Like that's something I need. I ain't gonna lie, I need that. But I just now notice I don't have to be financially depriving myself for that stuff. Like I used to leave shelters and go pay for motels for weeks and months just because I started talking to a different girl, and I don't want to be at a shelter, and I don't have a vehicle to go be seeing her every day. So that's why I just leave because of that. They was doing that stuff on purpose. Like I'm talking about for real. So they use gangs in the city. Yep, they do. But at the time, I didn't know they just paid informants. Not everyone sell out like that. Yeah, they just paid informants, bro. They being compensated for that. They probably don't even know they. Like I said, this is a thing called a citizen app. I don't even know what that is. I think I tried to look it up. But yeah, they're being paid off of that. I don't even think they know they working for the police, but that's definitely what that is. If somebody trying to make you, well, some of them don't, but if somebody trying to make you crash out uh, and go to jail, like, bruh, that's the police. They working for the police. And they ain't doing nothing to you. They working for the police. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. But they just paid informants, bro. That's all it is. Paid informants, bro. So that's why I stopped caring. Like I stopped caring. Like once I realized what it was, like I used to just be kind of just a little bit agitated. Like, but once I realized what it was, I was like, wow, they can't be getting, they can't, it's nothing. These perps on the street can't be nothing but police. Nothing. They can't be nothing but citizen informers. They can't be nothing but that. So it's like I stopped caring about that stuff. Because I thought it was a cult. I thought it was part of some type of uh, cool club or something like that. That's what I thought. But nah, these people getting paid to come around and harass you. You know, they getting paid to come around, track, and harass you. Like it is a crime. It's attempted murder every day. Every day. Every day. That's why I stress getting people right in their mental. Understanding what's logistic or not. It's probably a retired cop using DEW on you, or a V2K or something like that. But it ain't your neighbor. They're not finna give them that technology. Imagine you being a citizen being approached saying, "Hey, here's this unnormal weapon right here. Radiate uh, your neighbor from your house." Like, no, that's they take logistics completely from us. That is definitely not happening. They're not giving any type of they're not giving any type of logic to you. They're not giving. They take away all logic. They take away all logistics. He said, "I'm trying to stay on the West Coast. The honey pot's low key funny." And you say you trying to stay on the West Coast. I don't know about that, bro. West Coast, nah, it's too expensive, bro. Where you staying at? Are you like in like like your parents' house or something like that? Cause they financially depriving you, bro. Like on some real stuff. They trying to financially deprive you. One smart man believe me about the program because it's obvious. Yeah, it is obvious, bro. It is. It is. If it's obvious, bro, like it's obvious. It's definitely obvious. So this stuff you just have to understand. Like it's stuff you have to understand. You have to understand this stuff. But I would suggest, yeah, it's entrapment. But I would just stay. I would just stay away from. I would just stay away from the West Coast or any of them big cities, bro. Like, I would get my money and get away from there. Say, man, these guys hate me. Yeah, they do, bro. They do. But once you understand, you got to look at the handler and not the perps. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at the handler, bro, not the perps. The perps, the handlers hate you. Whoever paying them to do that, they hate us. Whoever's paying them to do that. Whoever's paying them to do that, they hate us, bro. That's what you got to be looking at. And that's what's going to make you just stay focused on the street. Because it's like you'll never see the handler. I mean, you'll see the handler's minions, which is the police. You'll see you'll see the handler's minions, which is the police. Real shit. I'm telling you. You'll see the handler's minions, but which is they just the police. You're not gonna see the handler, the people that's paying them to do that. Like, it's all crazy. They really trying to drive you crazy. 10% hacking, 10% AI, 80% people. That's what it is. So yeah, man, that stuff crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's real crazy. You gotta understand this type of stuff. Like, you gotta. Yeah, they're the same. It's the same thing, bro. Just like the NBA, the NBA. They got the Celtics. I'm just naming regular stuff, and the Bulls, and they all NBA, right? They got the NFL, got the NFL got um, NFL got the Falcons, and they got the Panthers. You feel what I'm saying? NFL got the Falcons, and then they got the Panthers. They all the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, bro. Like, that's what it is. Just like it, just like the. I'm just gonna mess up their name a little bit. Just like the CIE and the FBA and the VH1 and the MTV. They all the same thing, bro. They all in that. They're all in that. You don't want to. I don't want to say my name. Say their name. Pause. Ooh, excuse me. I don't want to say their name on my live because I guess they'll start to flag it or something. But you know that. Come on now. You don't think these record labels got ex FBA in them and ex or active CIE in them? If you get what I'm saying, three letter agencies, they got that in them, bro. For sure. Come on now. Like, people don't think about that stuff. They don't, But yeah. So they sabotaged all my jobs. I got one soldier loyal on my side. Yeah, that's what they do, bro. That's what they do. Them indirected conversations and directed conversations will run you out of that. It'll run you out of that so fast. Seeing the new people come on the job and they just starting to like mess with you and do all of that stuff. Yeah, handlers are police. Handlers are police. That's what it is. Handlers are police. For sure, for sure. For sure. But in a broad aspect, like, y'all gotta leave the people that's in their home city. Y'all gotta get up out of there, cause you stuck in this, and then go to a city that you've never been to before and stay there, because you're stuck in a controlled environment in all ways. You want to make sure they know that your environment is being controlled. Okay, I just traveled all the way over here. I know I'm not known over here. I'm not even known in my city. I just traveled all the way over here. I'm not even known in my city. I just traveled all the way over here. Y'all doing it? Y'all trying to act like y'all know me over here too? Indirect conversations and stuff like that. Whoa. Oh, that's the. Oh, then you go. Oh, that's the police doing that. I'm 500 miles away from my house. That's the police doing that. Oh, I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna ignore this stuff now. Because you get who doing it when you move. In short summary, you understand who's doing the the stalking and the harassment when you move. When you move, that's when you understand who's doing this stuff. It's the police. It's not these cults. It's not these. None of that. It's the police. It's the police. You think if I go to a concert, they'll get notified to keep me there? Why would you want to go to it? I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I don't know, but I don't know why you would want to go to a concert, bro. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you, bro. Like this is not perp you there. Oh, why would you want? Why would you Why would you want to go there anyway? Why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go to a concert as a target individual, bro? They're targeting your finances. They're targeting finances, bro. That's the number one thing, bro. Why you think they keep messing with y'all? Some of y'all got your own vehicles. Why y'all think they keep messing with that? They keep doing anything to keep you spending. They'll put you in a honeypot relationship that'll have you spending, and you're not even noticing. You just happy at the time and stuff. Like, no, bro, you got to get it together all the way. I'm not playing with these people no more, bro. Like I literally see them trying to do that. Like I literally see them trying to mess with my finances, bro. Like literally, bro. Like they trying to keep me broke. I see that. Like literally. Like literally. Like I really see that. I don't even know who that is, but some dude you say what happened to you. I don't even know who this dude is, bro. I'm trying to I don't even know who this person is, bro. Like it's a like what the like who are you, bro? Like what is this, bro? But nah, that's probably a purpose something. But but yeah, yeah, bro. Like why would you want to go? Like this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all gotta let that type of stuff go. You gotta let that stuff go for it until you can do that type of stuff. I don't suggest doing anything until you have, because you'll be looking crazy. Like you'll be looking crazy. You'll be looking crazy. Like your finances gone, and like I had, man, you'd be like, man, I had all of this stuff, and that, and this, and then I got in a relationship with Honey Pot. I just started spending my money, and then and stuff like that, bro. It's like just plus they try not to give you jobs, um, uh, mess you up off the job, like harass you off the job subliminally, doing indirect and direct conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta let society go for a little bit. And you talking about going to a concert, man? What concert you trying to go to, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. Ain't no concert, bro. No, no, no. They mess with the finances, bro. Like they doing that on purpose. They trying to make people broke, bro. Like no, oh no, 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 oh no, 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 no. But yeah, like I get on here, bro. I get on here, I don't have no fear. They don't fear me. Come do whatever, Police can do whatever they want to me. I don't feel like they have a reason to. So Yeah, and it don't matter. I'm for God, bro. I'm gonna do that for God, whatever, you know. But that's just off topic a little bit, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not conforming to society in any type of way except for a job. I'm not finna do nothing that's in Hollywood. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying, I don't even at this point. I don't even think they would even want that. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying it's not happening regardless. Like, bro, I understand. I know God. Most targeted individuals, y'all know God. Like, literally. And some don't understand. They do, but they'll get to it when they can. They'll understand it when they can. But when you going through this type of stuff, that's God speaking to you. That's crazy. No one goes through this. This is not normal. This is not normal. It's not normal to be a targeted individual, bro. It's not normal to be gang stalked. This is why I stress, hey, you got to get out of your home city and see who is doing this stuff. To see who is doing this stuff, break that illusion, because you're in that illusion. Oh yeah, everybody talking about me. Yo, move out of state. Guess what? That's not going to work. You're going to know it's the police. You're going to know it's a psychological harassment program to make you think that once you move out of your state, you have to move out of your state. You have to. Are they hitting you with directed energy weapons? No, no, but no, but it's just like I never, I kind of looked at that stuff as I know it's a real thing, but I kind of look at that stuff as like it's crazy, like it's like I kind of look at that stuff like it's not really. I don't think we that important, but I know those weapons are real. I know those weapons are real. They're documented. People talk about them all the time, but I don't really, I don't really see that. Like, I don't. I look at that as like looking at gang stalking is spiritual the whole time. You know, like it's not that's not a spiritual part of gang stalking. That's physical, but it's like who would be doing that? I would say a retired cop or something like that probably got a directed energy weapon. Retired three-letter agency person or something. But it's like, and at the moment, it's so many people around me. Like I'm in the shelter, but we have our own rooms. But at the moment, there's so many people around me. It's like, and it's kind of always like that. But it's just like I never really looked at that stuff like that. But I just noticed every other thing about gang stalking. I'm not a person that has fell into the one headlight tactic. I've been targeted since 2018. I haven't fell into the color harassment. I'm looking at every color right now when I'm looking at my phone screen. Almost every color, almost. But when I'm looking at my stream yard, I'm looking at almost every color right now, almost. So I never fell for the color harassment. I never fell for the one headlighters. I never fell for any of that type of stuff. And they attacked me with direct energy weapon and organized stalking. Uh, yeah, that's about right, bro. It could be. It could be that. It could be a directed energy weapon. It could be that. And organized stalking. Yeah, definitely organized stalking and harassment. Definitely. Definitely. That's for sure. But yeah, those weapons, you can look those weapons up, they say you can look those weapons up. I think I tried to look them up before, but it's like I never really I ain't never really cared about that. I thought it was always something doing it. Like when I start like feeling paranoid and from Indonesia. Okay, okay, that's what's up. Okay, but when I start feeling paranoid and watching stuff like that, and I feel like my body overheating and something like that, I just be feeling it's the thought of surveillance, because that can do that. That can do that. Just knowing the Truman Show and hearing the indirect conversations, you get back in your car, you feel watched. You don't know who is really watching, but you gotta learn. Hey, it's three-letter agencies that's doing that. It's three-letter agencies that's doing that. That's why you shouldn't care. That's why I stopped really even. I ain't got no more shortness of breath. None of that. I'm thinking, yo, it's this person watching me, my classmates. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I used to be though. I used to be, but no, I'm not paranoid, bro. Like I just be ignoring it. It's the right. This is what's really going on. Yeah, this is what's really going on. Like they're really doing that type of stuff for real. Like I'm telling you, this stuff is crazy, bro. But I doubt the. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I doubt that, but yeah, the direct energy weapon is real, bro. Like they're real things. Like I tried to look them up before when I seen too many people posting about it, but I never felt any effects of those. The only thing I noticed is organized stalking. Now I'm a person that just ignore things. I'd be sweating in my house. I'd be paranoid, shortness of breath, stuff like that, and I just be kind of just still doing what I do. So I probably do get hit with direct energy weapons, but that's not really. It's not really something I really care for. That ain't something I care for. What I care about is being organized, stalked, and harassed around the community. I don't even care. I already know who in my business. I know citizens ain't hacking and looking at my phone and watching me do nothing, play the game, watching psychological tactics to see how the psychological tactics work. See how I look when I look at something. Citizens ain't doing that, bro. And that's the logistics that they take from us. Them the logistics they take from us. And in the Truman Show, they got some pretty girl watching his every move. Yeah, they trying to cause a heart attack, bro. The Truman Show, they got some pretty girl watching his every move, his every little, the way his skin move, the way his skin wrinkle up when he do this. Like they got some pretty girl watching his whole every move, and it's not even like that's not even that, bro. Like it's literally just three little agencies. They're not giving that technology to anyone. Not any citizen is getting that type of technology, bro, at all. So those are just through the agencies with that watching stuff, and that's why they send people. They want it causes health problems, bro. Like long term or whatever. Like that's why they send citizens to do directed conversations in front of you about stuff that you just said or did in your house, because they want you to think the citizens is looking when it's really just three little agencies. Boom, I'm off of shortness of breath. That don't work no more. No more shortness of breath. No more uh this or that. You know, no more shortness of breath. None of that. Just because of that. Like just because I know who my audience is. It's like going onto a stage before pause. I'm not. It's never me saying pause because no. But just going on stage before you trying to do any type of performance, you got to perform it before anyone even get there, right? You got to practice that, right? The energy you have before they get there versus the energy you have when they get there, you'll be a little bit more nervous when they get there because you trying to, you know, you thinking in a way to where they looking, certain people looking at you. That's the way you thinking. You thinking certain people looking at you and they not. When it's really just through the agencies. That kind of takes away the fun. I know it's still some people that want to believe that they exes inside of their phone camera, bro. And it's sick. Let it go, bro. You're gonna crash out like that. You're gonna be trying to prove. You're gonna be trying to prove yourself to your ex girlfriend, and she ain't even nowhere around you. That's the whole aspect of it. You try to go beat up on somebody because you think somebody. somebody important watching you through your phone camera. You're gonna try to beat up somebody that disrespects you because you think somebody important watching you through your phone camera. You think your ex watching you through your phone camera. So you're gonna try to beat them up. You're gonna try to beat a person up when they disrespect you. You know, Jesus say turn the other cheek. I do that every time. Forget it. I'm finna look the other way. Hey, you ain't just step on my shoe. No, you didn't. It don't even matter. I don't even care what nobody say. I don't care. That's what make them mad because you can't incarcerate me. That's why they be pissed. Like, oh, you don't care no more. Like, you don't just like, nah, I don't care no more. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody do. I'm not gonna do nothing to them. I don't care because it's sickening to see the system work like that and how mad they'll get if a person that's just on that path, not around people, and can't be tripped up. You know, they get mad when they can't stick their feet out in front of you. You know, they get mad. So yeah, it's crazy, but it's all right. You know, it's cool. It's cool. I don't be tripping. But yeah, like I said, man, relocate. Get up out of your hometown. Once you get up out of your hometown, don't make friends in your new town. Get up out of your hometown. Don't make friends in your new town. Don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Home state. Get up out of your home state. Even your home. Don't even don't even go into another city. Don't even go into another city in your state. Go to a whole different state. A whole different state. You're going to see when it travels 500 miles away, bro. You gotta know who that is. It's the FBA, the CIE. It's the FBA and the CIE. When they travel to another state, that's who's doing that. You know, programs. It's a programs called POP. I don't even be meaning to mention them. I don't care. But it's a program called POP. It's different programs I'm gonna get into from another person's channel. There's real programs out there that that they put people in. One of them called the Repeat Offender Program. They call it ROPE. No, should I say no pun intended to that? But they call it ROPE. That's what it's real Repeat Offender Program Experiment. They call it that. Um, but yeah, that's the FBA and the CIE. You know, you travel 500 miles away. Somebody acting like there's people doing indirect conversations, like they done heard somebody, like they know somebody called them from your state, say, hey, he out there, but it's like 1,000 people doing the same thing to you. No, bro, you gotta understand who's doing that. That's why I stress that because it's gonna remove everything. You're gonna be looking at people crazy. You're gonna be looking at them crazy, like, you think I'm stupid, right? Like, you think I'm dumb. Like, you're gonna be looking at them crazy. Like, you're gonna be looking at them crazy. Like, you're gonna be looking at them crazy because it's like, first off, they don't know you. You're gonna be looking at them crazy, bro. Like, you're gonna be looking at them crazy. You're gonna be looking at them crazy. Like, what? I'm 500 miles away from my home city. People don't even know me in my home city like that. They doing the same thing over here. You're gonna be looking at them crazy. That's why I stress, bro. Get to another city so you can remove that mental illness. You're gonna be able to talk to different people. No, I mean, I'm not saying don't make friends. I'm saying don't make friends. You gotta have your sexual encounters. You gotta be getting some uh what can I say on here? Sex. You gotta be getting that going on. You got to. You got to. I'm saying don't make friends. People you gotta talk to where it could just bring that illusion back in. Like, oh, you gotta tell them stories and stuff like that so they can tell other people. Tell them stories and like that so they can tell other people. where you think they tell other people, and they just bring that illusion back in. So I say don't make friends, but you gotta get your SCX. You know, your the veggies. You gotta get the veggies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your veggies. You gotta have your veggies. Hey, that's funny shit I ever said. Hey, you gotta have your veggies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some veggies. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You're not crazy. You just need rest from disturbance. Yeah, that's the truth, bro. That's the truth. But that's why I get on here and and I help others. You know what I'm saying? I help others. Like I don't get on here to. There's nothing I'm doing on here but helping others, bro. Like nothing I'm doing on here but helping others. Nothing, nothing. There's no other any other reason. There's no any other reason. This is all helping others. I'm giving scientific methods. Simple. I'm giving scientific methods. Simple, simple, simple. And I know you from you say you from out of the country, Indonesia. Now you know, that's crazy. I could find some advice for that though. I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure you probably want to get to the states anyway. But it's bad. It's targeting real bad over here. I'm pretty sure it's bad over there too. But I'm pretty sure you want to get to the states. I would get to the states, get a job, and they probably give you waivers for rent for a little bit or something. Waivers for rent or something. But I don't really know too much. I don't really got too much advice for people out of the country. I don't really know how the targeting is out there. But some of my advice, you should understand who's doing that over there. That's whoever your law enforcement is, that's who targeting you. So that's why I stress ignore it. I stress ignore it. Ignore that stuff. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. Ignore that stuff. Ignore that stuff because it's law enforcement. They're being paid by law enforcement. So once you get out of the thought that hey, this is a cult. Oh, they got a personal problem. Oh, they being compensated. That's law enforcement paying them, bro. Straight up. So once you understand that, you just gotta understand that. Once you understand that, you just gotta understand it. But I really do stress getting out of the state, getting out of wherever your targeting is and going someplace where nobody knows you. And that's literally just the next state over. You ain't gonna see nobody that's in your city from the next state over. They ain't, and they not tracking you. People don't be having, people got tracking technology. People do have tracking technology. But, like, they're not tracking us. Regular people aren't doing that. Like, but it's just like, there's no reason to be doing it. But just get out of the state that you're in to a new environment when you can. When you can. Don't do it immediately. I'm not telling y'all to move where I'm at. I'm not telling y'all to move with me. But don't get out of your state immediately. As soon as you can get out of there though, get out of there, go get a job somewhere else. Don't make friends that don't have benefits. That means don't make friends. You're a man, don't make friends outside of somebody that's with a girl that you having sex with. That's it. That's it. Don't talk to people, even at your job. Just be a very nice person. I was thinking about when I get another job, I'm gonna just walk in there and everybody smoke weed or something. I just give them, I gift them, like gift them some weed or something. Like I be having a little seven on me or a half or something. I just gift them some weed, just so say, oh yeah, this person nice. He just don't talk. Give everybody in there some weed. Oh yeah, he just my ideas. He just nice. He don't talk. He nice, but he don't talk. He gave me some weed. He's just nice, but he don't talk. Like, yeah, I would. Yeah, that's some. I was thinking about doing that at jobs. Like, I walk in there, I do that. Like, just so they don't trip about me or trip about y'all being like, quiet, standoffish, not talking. Some people like that. Some people get mad about that stuff. But yeah, like, that's just what that is. I stress, get out of your city. Get out of your city for sure. Get out of your city. You're gonna see who's doing it. You're gonna understand who's doing this stuff. You're gonna understand who's doing it. As soon as you get out of your city, it's gonna remove the whole illusion. It's gonna remove a whole illusion. Like, oh, these people, because them people in your city possibly could be receiving a notification about you, or not even a notification. They possibly could know you. But when you go 300 to 350 miles away, 500 miles away to a whole other state, they doing the same thing everywhere, workplace mobbing, indirect conversation, direct conversation. They doing that stuff there. You understand who that is, and then you can just ignore it better because they don't know you. For sure they don't. They can whatever. They can whatever. I think they can track me wherever I go. Yeah, they can. They can definitely track. Yeah, they definitely can track you. They definitely can track you. But the thing is it's removing the thought that they're doing it purposeful. When you move out of state, it's bringing in the idea of, hey, that's compensation. It's bringing in that idea. It's bringing in that idea that, hey, that's compensation. They're being compensated to do that. Like, that's compensation. They're being compensated to uh, do these directed, indirected conversations in front of you. You can just ignore them when you're out of state. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to do that when you're in your home city. You're gonna think it's on purpose. Like, you're gonna think it's somebody doing it on purpose. That's what you'll think. That's what you'll think. But uh, but yeah, they definitely can track you. They can track you. Like I said, they get them locations sent to them. you know. And like another target said, not just by phone, they could be getting told what to say through earpiece and stuff like that. I just heard a target say that today. They could be getting told stuff through earpieces, bro. Like government earpiece. Is that real, bro? Like, it's that real. That's real. Just to play with your reality. Just to play with your reality. You know. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be live the next day. But I got plenty of lives for y'all to binge watch and just sometimes when you listen to stuff to repetitively over and over again, you understand it. You start to understand it. I binge watch other targets live streams and stuff like that. I binge watch that stuff like because it helps you understand repetitiveness helps you understand things. That's one thing I learned too. So I'm about to go and get off this live stream, and I love all y'all. And peace. I'll be live. Um, I'll be live Thursday. So you know, just trying to find a different topic. I guess I'll be talking about the different programs that's documented, the different programs that they have. One called Repeat Offender Program Experiment. The other one, I think POP. But I gotta go look at the person's live stream, not the live stream, but the person's channel to get the programs. But yeah, I love all y'all, and I'll be live again Thursday, giving y'all some more knowledge. Peace out. Remember, think with logistics, apply logistics to every part of life, man. Peace. Love y'all.